Alright, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to point out something that I've been saying in all of my videos. All of them. And I'm going to give you a little hack. A little hack, and basically I'm going to point the way, right? The right way. And yes, I claim this to be right. Trust me. I've tested it. I did the work. I did the math. This is indeed the way. So write this down, son. Right. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'll show you what I mean. How all this stuff is indeed affecting everything and anything, up, down, left, right, in this world today. But I'm also going to point out that it does not serve you, right, at all, unless you make the difference. All right, let's go ahead and jump in.
Least of which is how women are in full-blown panic over men walking away, and how they're grasping at any straw they can to avoid taking any responsibility for it.
There it is. Two things right off the bat. And I could indeed stop the video now and just point out those two little things, right? One is women are in full panic does not matter to you at all. It doesn't. You are not winning, right? You're, in the matter of fact, you're losing if that's what you think, right? Is a good thing, right? It's only the obvious. The women are in full panic, but they ain't gonna do a damn thing for you. That's my point, right? And second, the whole guy thing, right? Oh man, are gonna continue to what? Oh yeah, but do you not see the problem here? Oh, and responsibility. Again, he's saying the same thing. I kind of botched it, but there you go. No woman will ever take responsibility, and in this case, I dare say, they can't and will not anyways, even if it was. My point is, it's your responsibility. It's your problem to fix, ultimately. That is my point. Write this down, son. This is the point. That is the point of everything and anything. In today's world, in my videos, in your situation, in your life. That's it. All right. As Peterson once wrote, do your room and shit. Yeah. Just you. You must do your room. It's that simple. Right? Your problems. This is one of them. Right? Both of them are your problems. Now, yes, you can choose to walk away, but at the end of the day, this is the beauty of it, and you must understand. Not every man, yes, most, but not every man will choose the path of, I'm just walking away. I'm taking my ball and going home. Sadly, in this game of love and war, all you need is but a few, the 1%. The 1% will pick up the lack, will pick up the ball, and will continue the game regardless, with or without you. Period. And that's how it works. Anyways, continue.
We're going to discuss not one, but two articles which illustrate that, and why in the end, it's only going to drive even more men away. And one quick caveat I want to make is that while they are indeed two separate articles, for the most part I'm going to treat them as one because essentially they both say the same thing. So recently, the New York Post released this article written by one Madison Colombo, entitled, "Growing Trend of Hating Men Seems to Backfire as Anti-Marriage Movement Leaves Single Women Losing Out." It's a classic feminist victimhood tale of how men are hurting women by refusing to allow women to paint them as the enemy, by responding to the hate directed at them not with anger, not with vitriol, but with silence. The silence of walking away. What's interesting is how this article came out just a day after another one, which was in USA Today, an opinion piece written by one Ingrid Jacks, entitled, "Divorce Glow-Ups, Man-Hating Books, I Worry About Marriage." which in a nutshell is an ode to man blaming and women avoiding responsibility itself.
Okay. Interesting, but I am going to give you the answer. And while it's so simple and it was right there under your nose all along, okay, simple answer. All right, and the quick fix is, well, just the very fact of you understanding what I'm about to say. So, this is how it works. This article says more about you, yes, you, the man, than it would ever say about women. Because, as this bald guy here, myself and my student that you see right there before you, write this down, son. All right. We all understand and we all know how women are. The whole lack of responsibility and all the shit that they do and ask and their wants and all this other shit, that's universal. But for the life of me, I don't seem to understand why nobody ever seems to touch the little known fact, or actually not so known fact apparently, that it only says, that article, if you really read it, if you really break it down, if you really want to debate, right? If you really notice and understand what being a man is all about, then you can realize, right, the subtle but raw truth that it only says men are walking their own way and going silent. No, it means you're quitting. That's it. And the only credit you will ever get is, ironically, negative. And the only thing you are giving yourself by quitting is indeed negative. And the credit, and you do the math, right, is you're a quitter. That's it. You're a quitter. You quit. You submit. You tapped. You're going your own way because you don't have what it takes. This, my friends, is a rookie mistake. Green mistake. You see, the reason I call this being green and rookie and fresh, right, and slick, right, all that novice, because these are indeed rookie and novices mistakes. This fails are basically at the beginning. No real man that's past all that, right, would ever be in this situation because he didn't quit. That's the whole point. That's the paradox, right? The only reason you would ever know, right, is because you've been past this. You're past. You're beyond. You're next level. So when you realize this is when you know, oh, yeah, one of the things I can't do because, what, spoiler alert, I am the man, is quitting. Right? So, if you resort to quitting, it means you don't know. Now, why this sucks and no one wants to hear it, and that's the reason I lose subscribers, I cannot sit here, right, and lie to you and try to turn it around or tell you what you want to hear, because this is indeed the simple problems, right? This is it, right? So I cannot tell you, what do you want me to say? Oh, yeah, yo, perfect. F them women, right? They're going to die alone and all this. Like, what? No, because in my world, that's just more for me. That's it. Understand? Understand, women don't just go and die alone, or, they don't suffer alone. And, it's like money. It just is, money, right? Everybody wants it. Same thing with women. So here you go. While you walk away from your money, someone else is spending your money. Like, that's just the way it is, right? Now, it was a dumbass example, but there you go, right? Anyways, let's continue.
I mean, isn't it interesting how two articles essentially saying the same thing came out within a day of each other? Two articles which talk about how women say that men are the problem because they refuse to sit still and allow women to bash them? I mean, the fact they came out within a day of each other, well, coincidence? Methinks not. No, this is another typical feminist tactic, one where they make a claim, then have others repeat it. And
Okay, now, if I was in a room in a debate with some other podcasters, right, in this field and stuff, like, I would ask this simple question, which no one has never asked anyone in the coach guru's realm, right? Let's just say you're right. Let's say it's another feminist movement or whatever the hell. Let's just say, yes, they're blaming us, right? And they're ungrateful and they don't want to do the work and they want all these extra shit and they say this and they say that. Okay, let's just say. What are you going to do about it? That would be my question. And second, let's say you do nothing but walk away. Okay, now, do you think these women are going to fix this problem they have created? Think about that. Let me repeat it. Do you think the women are going to fix the problem that, yes, they indeed created? You know the answer. Ultimately, I'll give it to you. They can't. That's the beauty of all this. It's rookie mistakes again. Well, you got to be there to understand. Most problems are indeed created, right? In a dating situation, in a relationship situation, in a conversation situation, whatever the hell it is, most problems are indeed created by the woman. That's just the facts, right? But ultimately, what makes you the man, spoiler alert, is that you can fix said problem. Period. Right? Period. That's it. Pretty simple. Right? That's it. That is indeed your job. Right? Write this down, son. And this is what makes it hard. It's this reality that most guys, I hate to say, refuse to understand. And don't get to this level because their problem solving skills, and yes, I'll say it like that, their problem solving skills are shit. They don't have them. They didn't build them up. That's the work. Right? How many times have you heard? Been there, done that. Right? How many times have you heard of, and this is another debate, right? You can go to school. Go to school, you get your little masters and all this other shit. But there's a difference between you got a title that you learned, right? You learned the theory, and then there's a difference between I live the theory. Now, what's the difference? You may know the theory, but in practice, right? All your little theories fall right down the shitter. That's how simple it is. And that's why they quit. Right? There you go. Anyways, experience always beats what would be school or whatever the hell. Theory, right? Experience. Anyways, let's jump back in and finish this video for today. Hope you get the message.
And cite it until said claim becomes the narrative, becomes the truth. It's exactly how they created the phony wage gap, how they created the lie that women, and only women, are victims of domestic violence, created the misrepresentation that only 2% of allegations are false, created the outright falsehood that women couldn't have credit cards or bank accounts of their own prior to 1974, when in fact they did and could. This new claim is that women are being harmed because men have chosen to walk away rather than continue to be attacked. Just the next iteration of that tactic. So, Let's break it down. Let's talk about what's really being said.
All right, let's break it down. All right, but understand again, I would ask this question posed to you. Why? Why are we being attacked? Right? Why? It comes down to the simple attention, right? I know it's a little, it's not that deep, but it does come down ultimately to attention. That's just the way it is. All right? I could give you the ultimate and best damn example in the world, right? That no one has ever said, and you'll hear here first. All right? Now, I won't decipher it for you, but I'll say it. If a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, did that tree really fall? That's it. That's what this is all about. Oh, man. And I laugh because it's so damn simple. It really is. And I've been in plenty of debates where, you think the universe is complicated. Yeah. In life, and you think you figured it all out. And yeah, yeah, all that shit's complicated, but not your role in it. And they get the damn deer in the headlights when I tell them that, because I truly think the realization that what I just said blows all their stupid argument right out the water. Your role in this complex universe and world of rules and all this, what determines ultimately, right, your path, your wants, your will, all that shit. Your role in it. You are but a gear, right? Small ass little gear in the giant infinite gears of the universe and how all this shit works. Right? It's a matter of you want to turn or not. That's it. If not, get the hell out of the way. It comes right down to that. Anyways, or become the problem, right? For someone else to come in and fix it, and there you go. They take the W. You take the L. All right, let's continue.
On the surface, it's about something called heteropessimism, a new term someone pulled out of their ass designed to label and discredit men by defining it as women's growing feelings of disappointment and antagonism towards relationships with men.
There you go. He said everything I said, right? And is bitching about it in his whole damn video. Here it is. Here's my proof to you. We're going to read it together. All right? Perry identified her for whatever the hell he said and complained about, right? Woman's feeling of antagonism and disappointment. There it is, right there. Women are bitching and complaining all the time about this. Women's feeling of antagonism and disappointment. Now, why are these two things the thing? Well, simple. Right? Women look to you, Mr. Bald Guy, right, to fix their problem. Instead, they get antagonism and disappointment. There you go. Everything I said, I stand corrected. It's so damn simple that it's hard. There it is. Now, of course, most guys do not agree with me because it's so effing simple. And they're hell-bent on being the victim. But I'm telling you right now, there it is. Woman feeling antagonized, right? And disappointment. Now, the antagonism is the whole women F this up, yeah. But then you go around and disappoint, right? This is the biggest one of them all. This is right here, disappointment towards the heterosexual relationship with men. There it is. All right. Specific. It can't get any more damn specific than this. There it is. She pinned it on women being burned by the hookup culture and lack of friendship with the opposite sex. Right? Now understand, it's all right here. Opposite sex, meaning we are not the same. Right? And the hookup culture is again another blow to women. It's the antagonism, right? It's another blow to them. Because see, on one side, hookup culture is, but all right, a lot of guys are getting it in, as they say, right? And don't have to take all the damn responsibilities that comes with getting it in, right? Pretty simple. So who takes the damage? The women. But at the same time, the bald guy here is saying that men ain't getting it in. So how does that work? Right? Math ain't mathing, as they say. But anyways, this video today is not about that math. Today is about the simple thing of what I just said right here. Women are feeling, right, antagonism, right, and disappointed. That's it. There's your problem, right? You antagonizing them for the problem they created ultimately gives them the disappointment in you. You see now the math. Write this down, son. Here it is. Now I know I don't expect you to understand what I just said, but I just gave you said problem and solution all in one. Just like that. You're welcome. Now I know you don't like the delivery, you don't like the messenger, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, as long as one or two of you understand, right, you level up and you start correcting or course correcting the big problem in this world today. Anyways, let's continue.
Translation: women are pissed that men heard them say they wanted men to leave them alone and then did so.
There you go. This is every other guy's translation of that message. Right? Now I'm going to translate what he just said again, which actually speaks more about him and any other guy that believes the Tates and the Pearls and the fucking all the damn red pillars and quitters and black pillars and white pillars and manosphere, all of you that suck and don't seem to understand the simple thing that it says more about you than it will ever say about them. It's that simple, right? Now, what did he just say? Well, women said to leave them alone and then are mad that men did leave them alone. But translation, all right? Spoiler alert. Let's break that down. If a woman said, leave me alone, right? And then you leave said woman alone, but then she complains that you did, well then, you are a rookie. Right? You've been deceived. You were played. You were given a hand, right? And got a shitty hand and then played a shitty move, right? And ultimately failed. Now let me explain. This is why I say it's so damn simple. Understand. What makes a man a man? What? Masculinity, right? Toxic masculinity, whatever the hell it is. What makes a man a man? What makes you the man? Ultimately, that you do what you want. That's what it is, right? Whole alpha and all this other shit. You can break it down, you can debate, whatever the hell. At the end of the day, did you get what you want? That's what it makes you the man. A winner. Well, if a woman says, leave me alone, and I know this goes into taboo shit because guys would, well, she said you lived. Yeah, I know what she said. But my point is this. If she said jump off a bridge and then you do it, that basically means you're following her orders. Are you a dumbass? Right? I mean, it's unbelievable. It really is. Right? There it is. Proof once again. Understand. You got to understand the message and read everything about it, the details. Yeah, if she says leave me alone and then you leave her alone and get no complaints, then yes, maybe. Right? But if she says leave me alone, you leave her alone and then you get a complaint, then clearly she's complaining because she did what she said to do. There comes the spoiler alert, the disappointment. I mean, it cannot be any easier. Right? Right? The disappointment. It's the, all right, I'm going to tell you to do something because I want to. I want to see if you say who you say you are. If you are who you say you are. If have a hunch about you. And then you turn around and do exactly what she says, well, I'm sorry to say, right? But it only says more about you than it will ever say about her. And that's what I've been saying all along. Right? You just followed her orders. And therefore, you lost your man card. Now, while this bald guy, right? Logically, yes, he's correct. Translation, yes. But he failed to understand the game. Right? What are we doing? What's the point? Are you or are you not the man? And can you or can you not play the game? That's it. That's what I've always said in all my videos. Anyway, let's finish up this video for today.
Both articles cite Louise Perry as the one who apparently created this term and its definition. And then they go on to use the premise to basically excuse women's behavior. Again, let me restate what was being said, which is that somehow women's feelings of antagonism and disappointment towards heterosexual relationships with men is justified because, well, it's men's fault that women...
And there you go. This is the trap. Here's the trap right there. Because what he said essentially, right, gives the excuse to most men to discard my videos and my messaging and all and everything that I say by the simple thing of what he said by saying, well, you're justifying her behavior, right? You're giving her the way out. You're simping for them. You're doing this and you're doing that, right? And all this other shit, and then fail once again to understand. Right? What is the very thing, again, that makes you the man? What are we doing? Right? You see, if it falls on her lap of responsibility, which is a big word, key word in the universe of men, by the way. If it falls on her lap, then what the hell are you for? You understand? It's simple stuff. It is. It really is. Right? But again, apparently it's not. And it's getting worse out there. Right? It's amazing. All right. But there it is. Right? That's why it is the 1%. Again, I can't emphasize that anymore. It is indeed 1%. The rest, 99% of guys don't get it. Or struggle. Or never will. I don't know. But we will find out together, right? Anyways, let's finish it up.
Told them to go away and not approach him. And then the men did exactly what the women requested.
There you go. Damn, there it is. He himself just said, well, the women said go away. And then the men did exactly what she said to do. Eliminating your man card right out from under you. Just like that. You forfeited it. Why is this so hard? Why? Now again, I sum it up to rookie mistakes. Right? Being green at this game of love and war. Now, I don't blame you completely. Because everything is indeed stacked against you. From movies to comic books to articles to the news to the media, right? Which is the same thing. to your friends, to your coworkers, to the damn politics, to the damn policies at work, to all the sexual harassment in HR and all the complaints and the damn legal system and the damn everything under the damn sun is literally stacked against you, the man, right? Everything and anything has been touched. From the Star Wars printing money machine to the damn theme parks, to the clubs themselves, to the bars, to the dive bar, to whatever, to the restaurants, to the stores. It's all literally stacked against this simple thing called the game. However, despite all that, and this is why I love the game, because the game doesn't care. This is like Jumanji, right? You must finish the damn game. That's it. It's the only way to win. You can't quit in the middle of the damn game, right? And yes, the game is raw and real, and shit does happen every time you roll the dice, right? But ultimately, the game doesn't care about the external world. You've seen it in the movie, right, Jumanji? It doesn't care. And it's not affected. If anything, it just adds on. It adds on to all the other shit, right? All the external stuff only adds on to the game, which makes you, if anything, it makes it easier, really. If we're being honest here, right? Because think about it. Everything is stacked against you to not be what you were meant to be. So if we are doing a simple hack, right? What if I told you this, right? I'm going to end with this because we don't really need to listen more to his complaints because I think I said enough. But look, what if I told you that there's a rat race, right? And it's being funneled, right? Funneled, literally funneled to the chopping block, which basically means all the little rats are running in, right? Through a trap door. And on the other side, you're getting your little heads chopped off. There you go. One by one. And they're all going the same way. Right? In the dumbass experiment, right? Somebody, let's just say, right? This is a hypothetical. And the experiment is, okay, can I get one rat, just one, to not go the way that every other rat goes, right? And that's the answer. Right? I know how it sounds. Right? But that's basically it. It gets easier, right? Everybody's going that way and it's funneled. All it takes is one rat, just one dumbass rat to just go the other way. Right? That's it. And then the scientist, whoever's doing the experiment, says, okay, since you went the other way, oh, here you go, rat. You're out of the damn experiment because you passed it. There you go, right? So there you go. Pretty simple, right? And we'll end with that. So give me a like, share, subscribe, right? Comment down below, all the good stuff. And I'll see you in the next damn video.